Hold on, I gotta make sure that you're actually, I gotta make sure that the viewers can hear you, because I have you through the headphones right now. Give me a sec. Alright, say something real quick, just say, like, testing.
Testing.
Okay, I gotta increase the volume. That's kind of why I usually use, Alright. Say something again really quick.
Yo.
Okay, you're good now. Alright.
Cool.
Painless.
Good old Joe Tai.
You know, she's never had a single other moveset. She's had the same one since 2007. They haven't done anything to it.
Well,
She's had the exact same... I can't stand playing as her. I think she's like the... She just moves around too much. Her moveset's too slow. It's probably a little bit more playable in 4 because the agility affects the entire moveset. But yeah, in the first two games, she's just suffering to play. Pure pain. I can't stand playing as her.
yeah, I think for me, what character would be the worst feeling? Lee Dien feels pretty bad in 8 in Orochi 4.
Oh, yeah, that moveset is dreadful. That moveset is cream of the crap. It's really bad. We'll roll with the homies for now. Alright, we're gonna let's do chaos. So you want. You can do that. Yeah. Sorry.
No, you good.
I've got it off on my end. What's up, Lightside? Hello. I have no idea how that works. Let's try getting into the game and you try pausing.
Okay. That might be the play there. Let's just do copycat team.
Okay, go to options.
Control.
There you go.
Vibration.
Okay.
Yep, everything else good to go.
Alright. There's a certified hood classic. There you go. I don't know if they actually have it in this game. No, they have it in 4.
God, there's so many good soundtracks.
This will do. Alright, let's go.
Getting some stutters. Yeah, they're pretty prevalent, I would say.
What's wrong?
Yeah, they're just lag spikes.
It's probably because I'm streaming.
Ah.
How bad is it? Is it not bother with this bad? You can always record this offline. It doesn't have to be on a stream. We'll have to scrap that idea then.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah, it's dropping a ton of frames on my end. Yeah, I see it. I see it, guys. Alright. We're gonna have to scrap that idea. Yeah, I stream at a pretty high bit rate.
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay, I'm gonna boot you off.
Okay.
You can stay in the call, but yeah, I don't think I can stream at like 6,000 bitrate and then also host.
Yeah.
Seems
Nope.
like my internet doesn't like that very much. which is fine.
Yeah.
It happened early on. I don't even know if I could even load Parsec again. It's saying that it can't, something's wrong with, like, my file system. I think I will have to update to Windows 11. So I'm having that problem with Yuzu as well.
Yeah.
Yuzu doesn't want to install. If I get rid of it, it uninstalls itself. Like, if I close the program, it uninstalls.
Wow.
Yeah, I think I'll probably have to update to Windows 11. I just didn't want to do any tech support today, so it shouldn't be too bad. I don't really... It's pretty much just a gaming PC. Really have too much important stuff on here, and like the documents and stuff will run on a toaster, so I think doing Windows 11 might be... Hopefully it will fix that problem. I have no idea if it will.
Yeah, hopefully.
Alright. Let me see. Since you're in the call, I got you in here, and then it's not working. How was Orochi 4 net play?
Oh, we tried it before. It was pretty solid. It's only going to be better because of
Alright,
I got
we
better
can do
internet.
that. So I'm not wasting your time here, and then I'll probably do some single player stuff after.
Roger.
Yeah.
Let me boot this
Jumping
up.
through time here. I was playing Z yesterday, now 3 and 4. Alright. I don't quite remember how this works.
Let me start this. I get this random bug whenever even when I play single player, my FPS drops to 15 for some reason. But then I have to like restart the game for it to work properly. Give me a second.
Oh, take your time. Yeah. Has it been translated? Barely. The stuff that matters for gameplay has been translated. It also hasn't been updated in 13 years, so take that as you will. it's kind of like the Basara 4 patch. You know, that guy really planned to do like the whole game, and then he realized how much of an undertaking that was. That's something that fucking Capcom should do. So it kind of turned into, you know, here's the stuff to actually play the game. You know, the moves and the menus and all the weapon inscriptions are translated, and then anything that the characters say is not. So I think that's more than enough. He felt really bad that he got burnt out. I'm like, dude, you're doing the job of like 3 different people.
Ambitious, but yeah.
Okay, it's not letting me out of this menu.
Oh, it's probably waiting for me to get in there. I don't know.
Alright.
Is it doing this FPS bug again?
Huh?
Yeah. For some reason, my Orochi does this weird ass FPS bug. I think it's good now. Yeah, it's good. Oh wait, do I have the team I want? Oops. Did I leave the...
I backed out by accident. I might have kicked you out by accident. Go ahead and... The friend code thing is up there at the top. Just use that. The invite menu's freaking out on my end. Just use that.
Alright, let me,
It's not like this game is popping in popularity, so no one else is gonna come in. Take your time.
Yeah. Join room.
Alright. So I put it on restrictions so you can do combos, but your agility isn't completely neutered. So, that's just how I've been playing. I'm not running the 120 FPS mod either, as I don't know if that's gonna make the game freak out. Yeah, but Basara's got actual a deceptive amount of text. It's actually a lot. So I think somebody else is supposed to be taking over. You still there?
Yep, I'm here.
Yeah, it's like stuck on loading. There it goes.
Yeah, it
hell?
does that.
Oh, I see what's wrong. I do have 120 FPS on, that's why.
Oh yeah, you're zooming, dude.
Alright, well, that's kind of a problem. Okay, I can fix this on my end.
Okay.
I can fix this on my end.
Roger.
Yeah, it's because the speed doubles unless you use the cheat engine. That's why.
Ah.
I forgot that part. Yeah, he made it so it's a hard mod instead of a soft mod, but I guess he didn't finish it yet. He's been busy with real life, so you got to do that step. Let me find the table. I'm going to assume it might actually just work. Let's see. Yeah, I totally forgot that I had the hard mod on. It's not your fault. It's my fault. All right. Let me just get into the game normally and make sure it's not going to freak out, because last time I tried this, it kept crashing.
Okay.
Let me see. Last time I tried the mod, it started... Oh no, you're still in the room.
Oh wait, I left.
Oh, no, we can go. We'll try it.
Oh wait, I restarted my game because it's... I verified the files. Why is it doing this though?
What'd you verify the files for? Is my problem, not yours.
No. I mean, as far as this FPS bug, I don't know why it's doing this. Yeah, I'll drop to like 14, 15 frames.
What the hell?
Yeah, I have no idea why it's doing that. Let me see. Try to go to AMD and see if I can fix it, the Radeon software.
Yeah, it's working fine on my end. You guys can't see it because I'm not streaming at 120, but it's working pretty good. Feels great. Bugged internet mechanics. Nah, that was my fault. It wasn't his fault.
And now it's... Oh my god. Open up freaking Radeon crappy software.
Yeah, I was talking about that when I had those capture card problems. The apps that come with the capture cards are fucking terrible.
Yeah.
There's no reason to use them. It used to be, you know, before OBS, maybe they had some use, but OBS pretty much takes any card and makes it pretty painless to use, so... The only thing it's useful for is knowing if the card works at all. You want to remove the possibility of your recording software doing it, but other than that, yeah, you never want to use it.
Alright, let me try to see if this will work now.
Yeah, take your time.
Alright, go into the flows.
Yeah, we can record co-op maybe tomorrow during our usual stream slot. I just won't stream it.
Okay.
I didn't really think about that. Yeah, streaming to a playable resolution and frame rate to you, and then to my YouTube channel at the same time. I would need like fiber internet to do that probably. So this is fair game though. It says actual net play.
Yeah, it felt pretty nice. It was just goddamn FPS bug I'm dealing with. Verifying files. I'm thinking it might be a glitch from some of the mods I tried to download for this game, like a skin mods.
There's mods for this game? What? Since when?
Yeah, just costume mods. For
yeah, I would torch all that shit, man. That might be doing it.
Yeah, I'm doing it right now.
Could be something like maybe the model is has more size than what the game is like meant to have. So that's happening on Marvel 3 mods right now. Like Dan, they put Dan in the game. He's in beta, and he has like a chance to crash the game because his model size is too big. So they're completely different games, of course. But I'm thinking that might be what's causing it. The game doesn't know how to use it properly. I didn't even know this had costume mod. That's news to me.
Yep, Nexus mod. Yeah, try to run Guan Yu in restricted mode with bonus.
Yeah, I was watching. I was just really tired. I wasn't talking. I was in there, lurking.
Yeah, that was a flop.
It might be something we have to ask Fraggin for. It's like, hey, can you make it so the nullification still gives you agility?
Yes.
That would make that mode less unfun.
I think we're good now.
Alright, let me finish this up and I'll try again.
Roger.
Well, actually, test the game on your end first. I'll wait for you. It's gonna do it whether I play with you or not.
Yeah. Yes.
Now, the Super Robot Wars team fandom has much more passionate modders than Muso. Fraggin's pretty much been a blessing. We don't get the level of mods that other communities have, so you gotta take what you can get. But honestly, he should not have done tried to do the whole game anyway. That was just too much. I wish that game ran better on Steam Deck. It drops frames a lot, unfortunately. I couldn't find a way to fix it.
Yeah, that is unfortunate.
It's also a hell on earth to get the translation patch on there. It's this huge ordeal. It's a lot harder on Steam Deck than it is on PC. PC, it takes a couple minutes, but you have to do it a very specific way. How's it working on your end? Is it working better now?
Weirdly enough, if I put it not like if I keep it out of full screen, it works. Weird, right?
Yeah.
Holy car. Jeez.
What's up?
There was someone rolled past my house. Loud car.
Means they got a small dick. My neighbor and I call that big car, small dick. The louder the music, the smaller the penis. So is it working fine now?
Yep, we're good.
Alright, we can try again. Yeah, let me change up my team here.
Switch up the team comp. Wish there was a random button in this game.
It's interesting because in 1 and 2, they don't let you play as who you want until you beat the story completely. If you do the side missions, that doesn't matter, but you have to actually finish the campaign. And I think that the reason that they did that was not really to force people to try out other characters. I think it was mostly because the passives are so important, and they don't want you to use just your favorites and then get to the end and have, like, be underpowered. But then in this one, it's like, yeah, you just unlock them and you're done. You know, you get everybody. It takes no effort. Let's roll with these guys. Actually, I had a team I really liked. I had Team Air Combo. I really liked. Yeah, I'll roll with them. Alright, let's get you back in here.
Sounds good.
Alright, you can look for the code on the stream. The invite thing is all freaking out, so you're gonna have to use the friend code.
What in the world? Session cannot be found.
What? I use the exact same numbers? Should be on the stream right now.
Yep, 821-5989.
I've only done this like 3 times, so I have no idea. Is this a common occurrence, or...?
No.
There. Try again.
Alright, I'll try the new one. Alright, this is kind of insane. Yeah. Still now let me join. Very odd.
I mean... The only thing I changed was I have the half refresh rate thing on for the 120 FPS. Other than that, I haven't changed anything on my end. I don't think that mattered, because you got in before. Why don't you try making the room, alright? You make the room. Try that way. Just give me the code. Or invite, whichever.
Oh yeah, I'll send you a classic invite. Oh wait, we're doing story mode?
Huh? Yeah, I was doing story mode, right? Was that why?
Oh, that could be it.
Alright, well, try this way again then. There you go.
Cool. Alright, I'm gonna switch my team a bit.
Yeah, go ahead. No rush. Are you good now?
Yep, good to go.
I don't remember which maps are good for like lots of officers. I just do this one. It's quick.
What are these giant pig dudes called with the clubs?
Yuki.
The ultimate cock blockers.
Yeah, especially with no lock on, they definitely cause some problems for sure. So am I like freaking out on your end? Because I'm playing at double the frame rate you are. I'm genuinely curious.
Let me look at you. Nope, you look normal.
It's witchcraft.
This does have a lot of enemies. A lot of peons. And I'm riding a basic brown horse, chestnut horse. Holy delete.
Picking these combos.
The go Hundun, the ultimate jobber.
Not really. At the beginning of the game, he's pretty rough. That boy just got power crept, that's all.
Yeah.
He's a force to be reckoned with in the previous game, too.
Oh yeah, definitely. In the previous game, he definitely earned his name. It would have been nice to see him like as how he's supposed to seem in the story mode, but like in Infinity mode. But Infinity mode, he's just a regular kind of like officer, I guess. Sure, with my proton cannon. Or Hundoon, he deserves better. A lot of gems.
This looks great at 120.
Ooh.
I remember this one being obnoxious, that's why I didn't clear it. Vaguely remember. You don't have the DLC, what?
Huh?
Says you don't have the DLC.
Wait, what? For... Oh wait, you got DLC missions. The bonus ones. Yeah, I don't have... Oh, I definitely don't have that, yeah.
No, that's okay. I was just confused. That's all. It's all good.
Yep. There's an extended story mode?
DLC is just the same damn maps anyway. It's not even really that exciting. This isn't one of those Muso games where they added different maps. This game definitely has a map shortage. So it's like, it's not worth buying. Definitely don't buy it for my sake. I just didn't even know that was a thing.
Yeah, restricted mode isn't that bad.
No, it's more than fine. You still get your agility. Nullification is sleeper.
Yeah, I know affinity mode is gonna be it's gonna be pretty damn fun co-op because enemies scale higher and stuff, so more combos.
Really, they do?
Yep.
Oh shit! I did not know that. See, I don't know these things. I play solo.
Oh,
I did
yeah.
not know
Infinity
that.
mode is.
Oh fuck this then. Backing out of here real quick. Let's try that.
It's just that the rewards doesn't like if you want to get more, if you want to grind, story mode is definitely the way to go. But if you want to do long combos and whatnot,
Yeah, sure. Let's go. Let's do it. Let's do it.
That's why I call this the most fulfilling, unfulfilling in game.
It is. Yeah. All you get is a bunch of stat sticks. I totally agree with you there. Alright, so we're gonna run the big guns. I want to see how this works. I've never done it before.
So at first, it doesn't. It slowly scales up. So as you go up, the more do more of the towers, you'll notice that the enemies will get progressively more powerful. Yeah, I think I'm pretty good to go.
Yeah, hold on.
Let me just grab. I still find it goofy that we see our mounts as just a brown horse.
There's the friend code.
Oh, alright.
Yeah, take your time.
Two, 5.
Let me see what my endgame tower's got. Something that's not completely dreadful. I guess with 2 people this won't be too bad. You want to do this? You want to just do the regular one? I don't care. It's what you want.
We can do that.
Okay. I'm gonna turn
Like
off the
defeat.
I'm gonna turn off the nullification then.
Okay. Defeat all enemies and just defeat all officers.
Where's the certified hood classic? Where is it? There we go.
Here's a victim here.
Victim. Torture chamber. Damn.
Oh, you get the material too. Nice. That's cool. Who's over here? Ryu.
Nice
What?
job. Bravo. Your guys aren't as powered up as mine, huh?
Oh no, they aren't actually. Never mind.
Okay, well then we won't do that then. We won't do that then.
Oh wait, no, it's fine. It's just that Ryu is a power character, hyper armor, and he was spamming Muso.
You gotta get him up in the air quick, yeah.
Yeah, I gotta just engage with what a
It's fine, I'm not recording or anything, we're just having fun. We'll
okay.
Maybe next time use your maxed out guys to do this.
Yep. Like Zeus. Oh wait, Zeus in this mode doesn't have his iframes when he uses magic. He's just a regular dude here, and he's shorter too. That's kind of goofy.
Reverse growth spurt.
Man, so much fun.
Yeah. Damn. Destroyed.
Yeah, the only one that's maxed on my team is Kotaro.
Oh, it's fine. We're just messing around.
Yep.
When I record, I'm going to ask you to pick your max guys, just so video's not a waste. But for now, we're just testing it out.
Oh, yeah.
Doesn't matter.
That's fair, yeah, that's fair. Oh, John Cannon. It gives us good bit of time to do this.
It went from 120 FPS to 18 doing that. Great engine. Literally like 8% of the frame rate. That's why I made sure to mention in the video when I did the All Out Rochi on Steam Deck. I'm like, yeah, it does this on much more powerful computer too, so can't really hold it against the Steam Deck. It pretty much just... It wasn't always like that. Before, it would tank a lot more often. Now it's pretty much just those big attacks that can make a computer struggle.
Oh, the music just changed. I think you started a fight with Orochi.
Sure did.
You know what's funny? I think when you use your artifact, that the Yin Yang one,
Yeah.
it actually freezes enemies for me for a second. So.
That's interesting.
And then just Odin is completely busted because he can freeze the entire field, even your co-op partners POV.
I don't like playing as the gods. I just don't like their movesets.
Yeah.
Not a fan.
I think the most passable one for me is Ares.
Yeah, he's alright, I guess. The moves just take too long to come out for my taste.
He's fucking him up over here. gonna head for the middle, try to clear that out. Guy is inch.
What happened?
I just got okay. I can't pick. I can't have this character. I'm just getting hit once and just getting packed up. It's like a glass cannon.
It's good. We tested it out at S.
Yeah, time to pick my spec out.
I hopped off the game for now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That's pretty crazy. I was playing at 120 with cheat engine open, and the game just like doesn't care. It's...
Yeah, it looks looked normal. Like on my POV, looking at you, it looked pretty normal.
Yeah, he said that because the game has 30 and 60 FPS, that it was really easy to do. He just hasn't made it work without cheat engine, so it you got to do that. That's why it was all super speed the first time.
Ah. So what you gonna play?
Let me see what I've got here. Yeah, I'd rather do more of that when I'm recording, honestly, because I got to do a video for 120 FPS Orochi, 120 FPS Pirate Warriors 4, and then the new method to play Batride War Genesis at 60 without cheat engine. So
Okay.
I think I'm going to feature you in the co-op one. We might do that tomorrow, actually. Well, it's already the 20th for you. You're in New Jersey. I know that time zone very well. That's where I grew up. But yeah, the others I'll do on my own.
Yeah. Yep. I'll just pick the OG team: Kotaro, Ramaru, Jotai.
No, we're just gonna do the story mode. That level we were doing, the family bonds. It's like 5 minutes.
Oh, okay.
I think that's a good length for a video, so you should be able to use whoever you want. I don't think I really want to have a video about the frame rate being doubled and then have it be a 30-minute video, because that particular objective takes like a really long time. So I'd rather have it be more short and concise. Just explain it and show some gameplay with the frame rate counter up on my end, and that's it. The 30-minute gameplay and stuff can be in a separate video, I think. Otherwise, people are like, "Oh, get to the point." I'm like, well, I usually always mention that, I show raw gameplay. I mute the mic, and then, I explain everything at the beginning. But people still complain, so I like to keep those videos pretty quick.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
I guess I'll craft Jotai's ultimate weapon, even though it's not that big a difference. But it's something, I guess. I don't know.
Somebody's got Mario Wonder on the Steam Deck, and it runs like half as well as the Switch. I'm like, just fucking buy the game at that point. It's $60. Lay off the Starbucks for 2 weeks. You got it right there. Yeah, Switch emulation on the Steam Deck is really weird. There's some stuff that works great. There's other stuff like it should run better, but it doesn't.
Yeah.
It's a nice gimmick. I feel like once you get past PS3, emulation on that thing is kind of a meme. PS3, I mean, it can run most of the Muso games perfectly. The hardest one to run is Basara, and I think if I got somebody else to look at that, they could probably figure out why it runs so poorly, but no one else has really been looking into it, so kind of been haven't really to really bother fighting with it anymore. But yeah, that's like the main one that you would want, because that doesn't have a PC port. The Gundam Reborn works perfect. I tried it earlier. Batride War Genesis, character models like screen shake a little bit. It's weird.
From just existing?
It's hard to explain. I haven't put up any footage of it. Mostly because my save file doesn't transfer to Steam Deck for some reason. I don't know why. And that game is the epitome of a bad first impression, because they give you Kamen Rider Ghost, and he is just completely dreadful to play. He has Dynasty Warriors moveset with no dodge offset, and also his moves take forever to come out. You can like barely combo any of the other Kamen Riders. The officer equivalent, which is the other Kamen Riders you fight, you can like barely combo them. You're stuck with them for like 20 minutes.
Yeah, that's the one you played in the beginning, right? You said.
Yeah, he's terrible.
Yeah, I've experienced that. I found it being more useful just to spam the charge Y attack or triangle, because it's just that fast AOE. You can just clear out people faster.
Yeah, his show was like barely even half done when they released that game, so you got to factor in when they're actually making the game. They had like no source material to work with, so he's like one of the worst characters.
Damn, that's a shame.
That's just how those games work. They're trying to promote the current season, but then like the dev time really fucks with it, because it's such a toyetic franchise with the forms and stuff. You know, they don't have forms yet, so he's stuck with character. It's not even like Dragon Ball power scaling, it's just like they don't have any source material to work with. Yeah, anybody who plays that game, I always tell people, like, yeah, you gotta suffer through the first half hour with him, and then once you start getting the other characters, it feels more like on par with Basara in terms of the stuff that you can do and how unique the characters are. It's a hell of an uphill battle to get there, though. I don't blame anyone for dropping it, especially if you just download the ROM. You didn't buy it like I did. I bought that game full price. Yeah, this kind of sucks, man. He's ass to play. Actually, his upgrade form was DLC. It was free DLC, but you still had to wait like months for it. So he's even worse to play when you consider that.
Is he the worst villain character in the game, or?
There's a couple other characters that feel bad, but Ghost is by far the worst.
Right at the beginning, too.
Yeah. I don't know, it's like, you know, that game is trying to appeal to a larger audience, because, like when people say it's a kid's game, I'm like, well, they got the original Kamen Rider actor to come back and reprise his role. Like, I mean, an 8-year-old's not going to care about that, right? They're not going to care about that, Grandpa. They're going to care about the ones that have been airing, you know, the last couple years that they've been kids.
Yep.
But then, like, they have to promote the new season. And he just has, like, the least amount of stuff to work with compared to everyone else. Lubu's fucking tired of being comboed by style players for 20 years. He's had enough. He's had enough.
It's like they give him
20 years of being a
music.
training dummy. I don't know if you knew, but in the original Orochi games, the way that people did the combo videos is they would use a crap weapon, and they would find a map with Lubu, and then they would put an interim save there. That's how you had to do it. So I'm not exaggerating. He actually was the combo dummy. So he was
I
like
didn't
the
know
opposite.
that.
He was the opposite with the most amount of health that you could spawn consistently. He's had enough of that in this game. He's considered to be like the best boss in this game, best designed boss, the human form.
Would you agree? Oh.
What's up?
Oh, I said, would you agree?
Oh yeah.
With yeah, that's good because even in the recent Muso games, he's been kind of a jobber. Do not pursue Lubu. It's like, I kind of feel like it today, so let me just go ahead and do it. I think it's especially the case in the Orochi games. It's like they give him this superimposing music and you could just kind of just smack him around a bit.
I don't know. In the first 2 games, he definitely can fuck you up pretty quick. But
Yes, he's fallen from grace, sadly.
he's been
But
power
yeah, like you
crept
said-
by an improved battle system and people actually learning how to play. It's,
Yeah.
Double whammy. Yeah, you go back and watch those old videos. I don't remember what map it was. I think I did it at one point too, but they would basically just spam that map and drop an interim save right before him. And repeat that until they got the takes they wanted. That was how you did it. No training mode. You had to make your own training mode.
Before trainers existed.
I mean, Orochi 4 has a training mode, but it sucks. There's no options
Oh, yes.
or anything.
Yes, dog.
It's completely useless. Like Bayonetta 3 as well has a garbage training mode. It's like, you finally give us a real training mode, but then you have no options, can only fight 2 enemies in the game, and you can't give them infinite health. So,
Yeah.
it does basically nothing for actually learning how to play. I mean, on
Almost
one
seems
hand,
tacked on.
on one hand, it does kind of prevent the thing that happens in a lot of those character action games where people do like 2-minute long combos and it drives people away. They watch those videos. It's like, you know, the enemy is going to be dead on the highest difficulty, DT, in like 10 seconds, right? Like, you shouldn't let those videos impose how you know, the game is being unapproachable. It does prevent that, but it's still stupid to have a training mode with only 2 enemies and unlimited health. It's objectively worse than the DMC5 training mode, like, by far. It's embarrassing how bad it is.
Wait, what made 5's training mode so bad? Because I remember being able to just execute better off of that mode, and I never knew what it was. Like what was because I don't know. I feel like I would land more combos outside of training mode in that game, rather than using training mode.
Yeah, but people do that a lot in 5. Like, here's this 10-minute long combo. I'm like, you know, you don't need to do that. those videos for like an untrained eye, it's like, I need to learn this 8-hour long combo. Like, no, you don't. You learn the first 20 seconds and you can kill pretty much anything.
Yeah.
The Bayonetta 3 went too far in the opposite direction. You do a 10-second long combo and you can only do it to 2 enemies. So, you want to test if it works on someone else? Too bad.
Yeah, I was told that I should play Bayonetta for combos. But from what you say, it's not really that good for combos?
One of the things everybody likes about 3 is that you could actually juggle the big enemies, which is something you never get to do in any action game. It's always like so much less fun to interact with them. But in that game, they actually let you The way it works is you have to stun them with the kaiju summons, and then you could hit them with Bayonetta. It was pretty cool. It was a really cool feature.
Yeah.
One thing everybody likes about that game objectively is like they solved one of the problems is it's just not fun to fight big enemies for long periods of time because you know there's no hits done.
Yep.
But yeah, that game is a mess. It's a lot better than 2. I think 2 is probably the worst Bayonetta game for gameplay. 2, the only thing that does damage is Umbran Climax, and then all the human bosses are torture to fight because you can't hit them out of Witch Time. They walk out of hit stun constantly. It's just very aggravating. There's only like one way to play that game, really. I'd say 1 is still the best for gameplay. 3 is a close second. 3 is held back by all the shitty mini-games. The mini-games are at their worst. Bayonetta 3.
Oh no.
Like, really bad, yeah.
Mini games.
And they also run at like 20 FPS, so they're miserable to play. I say 3 has second best gameplay. 2's got a lot of problems. 2's got the Umbran Climax, which is such a overbearing gimmick. It forces you to use it, and then also the enemies just randomly tech out. So for style play, it's pretty bunk. Can't really do a whole lot in that game. I'd argue even the DMC reboot is a better style game than Bayonetta 2. Bayonetta 2 is just like, we want people to play this exactly one way, and you get punished if you try not to. It's, which is sad because, like, the pacing of that game is way better than 1. The mini-games are actually fun. There's only, like, 2 of them, but then everything else is a mess. The human bosses are just terribly designed. In the first game, if you put them in Witch Time, you could at least get, like, 1 full string off on them, which was more than enough. You don't need to be doing 8-hour combo videos on bosses. I get that, but it shouldn't be... If you're not in Witch Time, you can't do damage to them at all.
Yeah,
you
that
punch
is
them, like,
ridiculous.
once, and then they're attacking again. There's
We
a good
don't like
video about everything
conditional
wrong with
combos.
Bayonetta 2, done by
Yeah.
a streamer I used to watch. It's funny because they fixed most of those things in 3, but then they have the mini-games, which just make the game completely suck to play more than once. Even the first time, I actively hated it, which is weird because I had, like, really strong highs in that game. Like, the summon system was really cool. I say the thing they really messed up with the summon system was making it so that Bayonetta does barely any damage. So it was kind of like not as overbearing as the second game, the Umbran Climax, but it still felt like the character you're controlling was just kind of a means to an end. The summons kind of took over the game a little bit. I was hoping that game would get DLC. You could definitely use like some more weapons or modes or something. The story is a complete disaster as well, so it's one of those games that managed to piss off like style players and people that just like the cutscenes. They managed to piss off everybody.
Well done.
Pretty impressive, yeah. The style players don't care about the story.
Yeah. It's kind of like, I know you're not really that big a fan of it, but Monster Hunter, where they try to kind of like flesh out the story a bit.
Yeah, in World, I know that was a huge complaint. You couldn't skip the cutscenes.
God, it's so horrible. It's like, can I hit the monster, please? Kind of want to hit a monster.
It's the same problem these games have, you know, because Neo 1 you play as an actual character. But then people didn't like that. They didn't want to play as a white guy. I'm like, you play as a white guy in every Call of Duty ever made. I mean, every Uncharted, every Spider-Man, every Batman, like, why is it a problem now? But then, like, they got a lot of complaints that people didn't like William, so they added a, you know, create your character, custom character thing. But the problem is your character always looks like he's high. Like, it just doesn't. He doesn't. He looks like he's stoned out of his mind. He just doesn't react like an actual person. It's like, because like William, if you play that game, they kind of made him. He wasn't quite like Link style of silent protagonist, but he doesn't talk that much. It's like they didn't even really make it any better. They made it worse. I don't know. On one hand, in the Souls-like, it's pretty customary to play a, you know, just a random person. You're not supposed to be like some legendary hero. You're just a random guy. There's no like focus on dialogue. But yeah, the cutscenes in Neo 2 are pretty clear.
These are the protagonists looking they're high.
Yeah, they look stoned out of their mind. Just hammered. This game is the same thing. I just didn't even bother watching the cutscenes.
That's incredibly goofy.
Yeah, they listened to feedback. Nobody liked William because playing a white guy in a video game is apparently a bad thing when, like, there's so many games you just play a generic white dude with facial hair. Like, I don't get it. That's exactly what William is. Token white guy. Like, they didn't like that for some reason. We want to create our own character. Alright. So we're gonna let you do that, but your guy or girl looks completely fucking hammered all the time. And doesn't react like a person would. It's like nobody can do. It just got harder to do silent protagonist when graphics got more realistic. As soon as we got out of 16-bit era, it just doesn't work well. Only Nintendo does it well. Link still has a lot of personality. He doesn't talk, but he has enough personality that he doesn't feel like a blank slate. But like when anyone else tried to do it, it's always meme-worthy.
Okay, I think I see what you're talking about, yeah.
Huh?
I think I see what you're talking about with the character creator. I just looked it up. That is so goofy. I think another issue with like created characters is the overly agreeable protagonist. It's like, yeah, we're gonna kill this guy. It's like, your character just nods.
How do you get 51 morale? You gotta play this mode in a specific way or you get bodied pretty hard. You want to go for morale gain a lot. I'm playing really bad right now, but yeah, you can curb stomp the bosses pretty quickly. What's up, Safehead? How you doing?
I think I'm the put up some more Kamen Riders, try to get through.
Get through Ghost, yeah.
Yeah.
It gets better, trust me. It's not as bad as people say, oh, this game gets better 80 hours in. It gets better 30 minutes in. So
yeah, that's pretty that's
not
pretty
quite
fast.
as meme worthy as like, oh, you gotta play this game for 80 hours before you have any fun. It's not that bad, but yeah. It's suffering. I always tell anyone that plays that game, you gotta have a little bit of patience with it. I wouldn't even really call it a late bloomer. It's just painful to play as him. But it's a really fun game after. Damn it. Dodged it wrong time. I think the first character it gives you is Drive, and he immediately feels better because he has form changes and he's not so slow. So you can actually see the combo potential, the movesets in the game and stuff. But yeah, it's pain incarnate playing as Ghost.
No co-op, huh?
From what I don't think there is co-op, no.
Damn.
I think the interesting thing is, if you know a lot about Kamen Rider lore in the fandom, is people hate Kamen Rider Ghost. They hate the series. But then, if you play the game, you hate him for a different reason, because they shove him down your throat at the beginning, and he gives you a terrible first impression of the game. Like, is the rest of the game like this? No, it's not. Decent. 75 to 80% of the characters are really fun to play, but you gotta work for it.
What was the one that you were using that was doing the guard cancel?
The guard cancels is a figure that you get. The figures are like They're like buffs. They're like buffs that you put on the character. It'll take a while before you can get that. You got to get Blade to level 50. But yeah, that opens up the game a lot for sure. I don't blame you for
that's so cool.
being thirsty for that, but yeah. You need to get Blade to level 50.
Okay. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go to the restroom.
Oh, take your time, yeah. Three bosses in a row for a panda. I guess I kind of have to take that, don't I? Yeah, I don't want to go down here. There's a panda up here. Panda's kind of mandatory to get accessories, so... what way do I want to go, though? It's just got morale points gained. What am I at right now? I've got 35. Yeah, we'll try this. Gotta do this one first. We're done with co-op. He's just hanging out on the stream now. We're done with co-op. I'll be playing with him. We tried to do Parsec earlier, but my internet couldn't handle it. Couldn't handle streaming the game to him and then streaming to you guys simultaneously. I had to cancel those plans, but you got some other games on deck we'll be doing later. But yeah, if the game doesn't have built-in net play, I can't stream it. It had to be in private. I stream at a pretty high bit rate because I play a lot of games with fast-moving action, so I don't want it to be like grainy looking. It comes with some sacrifices, unfortunately. The internet's pretty good, but can't handle doing both of those things at once.
Alright, I'm back.
Hello.
Hello, hello. I wonder if there's any more advanced things other than guard cancels that you can unlock.
The way the cancels work in that game is that each character has a different one. There's different kinds of ones. There's ones that are like the technique dash G. There's ones that are just basic dodge cancels. There's jump cancels. So it varies from character to character. They all have like a predetermined one that you can use.
Oh, then that's pretty cool.
Yeah. But then the guard cancel, you know, allows you to have an extra one as well. So you can have two. Like you can have like a jump and a guard cancel, or a guard and a dodge cancel, or the offensive dodge cancel, and then a guard cancel as well. So the guard cancel, like, it stacks. So if you have one type, you can get guard cancel all the time. It doesn't overlap. So it's not like Orochi, where, you know, you can't use a jump cancel with a tech type character, because it's the same button. It's a different button. So eventually you can combine both, and you can do some pretty cool stuff with that.
That's pretty dope. That's pretty dope.
Yeah, people hate Ghost because they hated the season, but then the game just makes you hate him more because they must have like had like maybe a couple episodes and some concept art that they were sent, probably when they were making the game. So,
Yeah.
and then they probably got mandated like, hey, he needs to be the main character because he's the currently airing season. So that just hurts his impression even more.
You know, yeah, I can see the combo potential here. Wow. Okay. Like you can probably do some crazy stuff with enough know-how. I would imagine, especially with certain riders. It's just like you said, just with Ghost, that's like, nah.
Yeah, they tend to they don't make those games anymore, but when they were making them, they would generally start like games would release when the season was like barely half over. So when you consider, those games don't have like AAA dev times, but they've still got to work on it for a while. They have like basically nothing to work with, and I'm sure that they were told by Namco, it's like, hey, this rider, the new one, needs to be like front and center. And generally, when the game's released, because they did 3 of those games, the series was barely half over. So, one of the things they did that was pretty cool is the final forms. They made them free DLC. They did that for the first 2 games. Wizard's final form, they gave that as free DLC. And then for Gaim, they did that as well. But I think Ghost, I don't remember exactly when it came out, but I think Ghost wasn't even halfway over by the time that they put out his DLC, so they only gave him his like super form. They didn't give him the final one. So he just got the shaft. Nothing was in his favor when they were making that game. I guess they just started earlier or something, and they had like nothing to work with, so he's just straight gimped, no matter how you slice it. Because the other 2 games, they added the final form later as DLC, but with him, they only added like his mid-season form, which still sucks to play, by the way. Should point that out. I don't know if you have the DLC installed, but he's less painful to play, but not much. Yeah, they don't have the benefit. They don't have the benefit of the Dragon Ball games where the characters have had forms for like, 20 years or whatever. They're working with a few months tops.
I would say that this show would have caught on more in the West, but we already had like what, Power Rangers?
Well, they tried to bring Kamen Rider over here back in the 90s when I was a child, but it was pointless because Kamen Rider was on a pretty much complete hiatus in the 90s. They did 3 movies, and that was it. So, I don't know what Saban was on. There was nowhere to go. It actually was more popular than... I think it was decently popular with kids, but, they didn't have any more shows to take footage from. And they did Dragon Knight, which got killed by, I guess, networking. They had, like... It aired at, like, ass o'clock, and it get preempted by, like, sports. They haven't tried again since, but they did bring, the new movie. The new movie was in theaters. It's actually on Amazon Prime right now. The one for that game that I got. That one is available. But yeah, Saban's an idiot. He did that with Beetleborgs as well. Beetleborgs was like more popular than Power Rangers at the time, but I don't think they were able to predict that the Metal Heroes series ended like a year later, so that's the only reason Beetleborgs ended. The Kamen Rider was just like, that was like 94, so there had already been a pretty big hiatus. There wasn't a yearly show anymore, it was just movies, like 60-minute movies. They did 3 of them. It's like the definition of a cash grab. You know you can't even make more money than this first time that you're doing it. There's no more money to be made because there's no more show, so...
Yeah, shows like Power Rangers, they're probably going to be around for a while. And shows like this probably just going to stay mostly popular in the East. I mean, it clearly does have a following in the West, but not as big.
Ah, bitch. You got me. No, Power Rangers is doing a full reboot. They're doing a full reboot. And they're not using Sentai footage anymore, so I'm like, why would you stop doing that? I mean, you had these people you never have to meet in Japan making half the freaking show for you. Like, why would you stop? But, that's their big idea. Let's stop doing that. I mean, that was the whole point. It was a cheap show to make. I haven't watched the new season yet. I got to. I pay for Netflix for my neighbor, but I like barely use it because I'm not a big TV watcher.
I've always been a big fan of the practical effects and like these shows like Kamen Rider and Power Ranger and stuff.
They use the green screen a hell of a lot less than Marvel, that's for sure. Like, a lot less. They still use it, but it's not for, like, everything like those movies. Like, the whole movie was shot to soundstage.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty noticeable. The quality of the fight scenes as well.
Like I said, this, like, I was, explaining that to a buddy of mine. I said, sometimes, you know, CG, even if it looks sort of bad, it's almost charming in a way. It makes the show feel more grounded, and not like
the thing about Super Sentai and Kamen Rider is that they have like 3 weeks from filming to airing because it's on because Japan has that toxic work culture where like a show can't just be off the air like we do it. They keep it going, so that's like the main reason people don't realize. Yeah, the Marvel movies, they still crunch those people to death, but they have more time to work on it still. With Sentai and Rider, it's like they have like less than a month. That's why they look like PS2 graphics sometimes. It's always like, yeah, the guy turned into a PS2 character. Like, yeah, he did. Because they got like less than a month. Less than a month from actually taping the episode to it airing, which is insane, because we don't do that over here, for the most part.
There's,
unless it's like a soap opera, which has, like, no budget. You know, it's just people talking in a room.
Yeah.
For anything else, it's usually, like, they have a lot of time to work on special effects.
I want, 'cause I'm sure a lot of us are fans of, you know, a lot of fiction and stuff, you know, superhero stuff and whatnot. I just wanted the comics to translate to the movies and stuff, and the shows, rather than just these crappy live-action superhero movies we've been getting for a while. It's really exhausting. I actually find myself not wanting to watch.
American cape shit is way worse than Japanese stuff, for sure.
Yeah.
Like anybody that actually has watched it is would say the same thing. I think the problem with the Marvel movies is just that they blew their load too quick. They went with like big household names like the Avengers, and now they have to get people to like the fucking Eternals and Shang-Chi and stuff. It's like, good luck. You know, part of the reason those movies were successful is because they were cross-generational characters, you know?
Yeah.
Our parents grew up with Captain America and stuff and Iron Man, so they liked watching it, and then the kids liked it. Proxy. But then, like, nobody fucking cares about Shang-Chi.
Yeah.
Or the Eternals. It's like such a harder sell. I think it's nice that they like wrote those characters out, because like, you know, you can't get Robert Downey Jr. to be Iron Man forever. That guy is like drunk out of his mind all the time. It's better to...
He's pushing his 60s too.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the problem they face. I know the movies have been doing a lot worse ever since they did the Avengers Endgame.
Yep. Too much. And then again with the stupid millennial humor, like that no one relates to. Where it's even written in some games, like what was that one game with the girl with the magic?
Avengers.
No, she has like a magic gauntlet or something. It was a game. And people are like, what is this writing? It's this like quirky tween kind of. Is this what the kids say? Kind of like humor, and it's just so cringe.
Yeah, they're really trying to push the new characters, and it's like, dude, I barely even heard of those, and I'm like in my late 30s. Like, how is this gonna sell to like the average person?
Yeah.
Besides, Super Sentai has done those big team-ups way better than they did anyway.
Oh, here's to hoping for better freaking superhero shows and whatnot.
I don't even watch them. I don't care. I just know that like they're trying to get blood from stone at this point. Like, Black Panther was an exception. It's because people really wanted to see a primarily black cast. You don't get that a lot in Hollywood at all. That helped for sure, but you know, he passed away, so they could barely do that anymore. That was like probably the biggest chance they had of having like a new Marvel series that had like almost as much mainstream appeal as the Avengers stuff, but life just didn't work that way. So now they gotta get randos, like comic book characters like no one has heard of.
Yep. I remember when Marvel put out that it's like a mini series for a couple of heroes. It was Iron Fist, Luke Cage, and the other one. I forgot her name.
The Iron Fist one was terrible, I heard.
It was so
it was bad. Like,
bad.
The guy couldn't even pull a fight scene. Like,
you know, it's funny because he was in what's it called? What's that one show with the dragons and stuff? It was super popular. It was it's like a Nordic kind of show. It's super popular.
Idea. I don't really watch TV, so.
And people said season 8 was like really bad. I forgot what it was, but he was in that show. His acting was great. So it was just the material that he was given. That, and yeah, he didn't really know how to choreograph fights.
No, I mean, you know, when you're playing a martial artist, you kind of got to do that, right? I mean, Power Rangers understood that.
Yeah.
Power Rangers was like, look, we don't care if you can't act. You need to be able to carry a fight scene because we need you to fill up 3 to 4 minutes of the episode run length. That's all we care about. Can you do a fight scene? Can you act? We don't really care. We don't care about that. Johnny Young Bosch has come out and said that, like, yeah, he didn't want to act. He just wanted to do fight scenes. That's totally why he got the job, because he actually had a martial arts background.
Yeah.
It's just funny that, like, in retrospect, that's one of the reasons why Power Rangers are so popular with kids, because you've got people into martial arts and stuff. It's like, they weren't really going for that. They just wanted to fill up time in the episode. It's the only thing they wanted. And, like, we can't do this with people who can't fight. Power Rangers understood that, but then these big productions don't. And, like, yeah, you might have a Grammy Award-winning actor, but you still have to have them at least look like they can fight.
Yeah.
Otherwise, the whole thing kind of falls apart.
It's kind of sad to, I mean, the conditions that they have to, you know how they get, actors get fit and stuff? They say, oh, we just hired a personal trainer, and, you know, a lot of those people take performance-enhancing drugs to speed up, because, like, they have to meet deadlines and schedules and stuff.
Yeah.
And there's some people that truly believe that, no, these guys just eat chicken, rice, and broccoli to get in shape. It's so stupid.
It's like those videos of the people that fucking stream themselves cheating at Counter-Strike.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, oh, sorry, I didn't know I had Cheat Engine on. I'm like...
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't know my aimbot was on. Like, no, you did.
Yeah, exactly.
I just cheated on this game, right? But I'm not playing with anybody. I'm not, like, I don't have, like, 17 million subscribers for playing this game, like...
It's not a competitive game.
Yeah, I can't stand fighting Yuan Shao. He's, like, my least favorite boss fight, so I beat him once a session, and then I just one-shot him after. So I'm not feeling like getting mauling today. I think I can finish up my weapon now, actually. Let's see, I might have enough horseshoes. Where is it? That's level 4, I need 25. I need 24, actually.
Oh wait, I should pick a different one. Different rider.
What's up?
I was saying I should pick a different rider. I'm picking this guy with claws.
So does he look like a traffic light? Red, yellow, green?
Yeah.
Yep, that's O's. There we go, longsword maxed out. You got 3 weapons to play with now.
Yeah, I like how they control differently. Well, some have chargeable attacks. Others have, yeah, like you said, jump cancels and whatnot.
Yeah.
That's quite interesting.
It's a pretty good game. It's just there's a number of barriers you got to get through. It's Japanese only, and there's translations, but it's a notepad file, so it's still gonna assume that you know the different riders and stuff. Otherwise, you had to do it by number, and then the fact that the character they give you at the start is complete buns to play, and I totally get it. Luckily, it's one of those games that gets better after 30 minutes of gameplay, not 80 hours. Like, I hate when people say that. I'm like, dude, I could beat, like, 10 games out of my backlog in that time. If this shit doesn't interest me in the first 30 to 60 minutes, I'm not playing it. But luckily, that game is kind of just... You gotta get through those first couple levels, then it starts to open up, because you have, like, better movesets to work with. Because all those shows were long over by the time that the game started coming out, so they have, like... They have all their kit and everything. Yeah, Ghost was the only one out of the entire trilogy that did not get his he did not get his final form. Neither did Spectre, so they both kind of suck to play. Spectre was DLC, was free DLC, because I don't even think he was on the show at the time when they were making the game. So he's kind of struggle bus to play too. He's not as bad, but in a show about people putting on crazy suits of armor. When they don't have those suits of armor, they feel really gimped because it's like the main gameplay mechanic. So
Yeah. Yeah, I can definitely see me playing this when I'm getting burnt out on Warriors games. Just boot this up and toy around with the combat. And it doesn't seem like it's like incredibly deep. At least
depends
right
on the
now.
character. It depends on the character. There's definitely some characters that are still buns to play besides Ghost, but he's definitely the worst. It's kind of like the Dragon Ball games that we didn't get, the ones that they made while it was airing. I mean, they have that turn-based RPG where you play up to the Vegeta fight and it just abruptly stops because that's all that there was at the time. Those Kamen Rider games kind of have the same problem, but to a lesser extent. It's mostly just this show was still airing when we were making the game, so you know they're gonna have like way less to work with.
I see.
Yeah, I guess the first two games came out later in the show's season. So what they did for the first two is they added their final forms. They were free DLC, but I think Ghost had like just barely started when they released the game, so he just got screwed over. There was no saving any character from that season. Yeah, I don't know if people know about all those old Dragon Ball games that we didn't get. They just had abrupt random endings because the show was still on.
Yeah, this is news to me.
Yeah, it's called Attack of the Saiyans. It was a Super Nintendo game that we didn't get. It was, just stops at the Vegeta fight, which is like the worst place to stop when you watch it. That's a bad place to stop, but that's all there was at the time. The game devs were working with what was written. Yeah, there was like a resurgence in Dragon Ball games once it came over here. It was just really weird because they have like the high quality Japanese ones like Budokai and stuff, and then they had shit like Legacy of Goku, Dragon Ball Taiketsu. Those games are shit. Those were made by American randos for cheap. But then the Japanese people started making more Dragon Ball games as well, because that was around the era where they realized they could just keep making Dragon Ball games with the same plot over and over, but it was pretty much the English dub that really drove them to do that.
Yeah, Legacy of Goku, I think it was a studio named Webfoot that made it. Yeah.
I don't know if you were around at the time, but that game was being on a lot because you start by fighting squirrels. Like, why is Goku fighting squirrels? Like,
I've actually played through that entire game. Yes, it was dreadful. I remember picking up the orbs and being able to fly if you pick up the orbs, and you can only fly for a certain amount of spaces. And if you run out, then you... Were you stuck? No. I'm trying to remember. Oh my goodness! And then the Kamehameha looked weird. It was like a rectangle. You shot an orange rectangle.
No, the biggest meme was the squirrels.
You fight
Goku
squirrels.
was taking out like entire armies when he was like 8. Why is he fighting squirrels? Like.
Yeah, I think the devs came out and they said that that game was like rushed out or something like that. But then they kind of semi-redeemed themselves with Legacy of Goku 2.
Yeah, Boost Fury was a lot better.
Yeah, people said Boost Fury. The issue with that one was that the progression, you progressed a little too fast. Like you leveled up way too fast, and that type mess. But there's a mod that someone made to slow the progression down, and actually made the game harder too, because the game was like dumb easy. But yeah, somebody made a hack, a ROM hack to fix that.
I didn't know that. It's news to me. Yeah, that was a weird time for Dragon Ball, because like Japan started making games again, but then Funimation would get randos to make games as well. So there's this huge quality gap. Like, well, Budokai is a pretty jank fighting game, but it's still like considerably better than the stuff that was being made for us specifically.
Yeah. Yeah, Budokai Tenkaichi 3, that game is pretty peak. I never played vanilla like Budokai and all that. I never played those games. But they look pretty fun, I would say. Alright, time for me to freaking play some games. I do need to grind Assault Spy. Gotta grind some combos on there.
That game is the best. Made by one guy. It's kind of depressing, honestly. Stuff like Gotham Knights. Like, no one likes the combat yet, even like people that aren't super into the genre, and then like this game was made by one guy and it's better than that.
Like, yeah. That's embarrassing.
Yeah, pretty much no one liked Gotham Knights. Kind of came and went real quick.
I remember when I first seen it was Red Hood. When I first seen him, I was like, why is he running like that? I guess they try to make him a brute kind of character. But it's like, from what I remember, he was like kind of like an agile sharpshooter, not a sharpshooter, but like a gunslinger, right? Like a super agile gunslinger kind of guy.
Yeah.
That knew martial arts and stuff. It's like, what is he? What is this? He's just like this giant brute. It's like 6'8" in this game. It's weird.
I think they just also have the problem if they made like 6 Arkham games, and then they don't have Batman in that one, but people still think it's connected, which is understandably confusing. I can understand why people would expect it to play like an Arkham game, but
yeah,
it's made by different people. It has nothing to do with those games at all. It's a completely different Batman. Yeah, they didn't do a good job of really conveying that to people at all. Like, look, it's got Batman characters, but it's not the same Batman. It's not the same Robin, etc.
Yeah.
But then it also plays objectively worse than those games, so
yeah.
like, I don't know how much that even matters.
Way to go. Arkham City still holds up, though. I played that earlier this year. Still holds up. And Arkham Knight was just a net improvement, even though at launch that game was not very well optimized on PC.
Well, yeah, they had to stop selling it. They had to stop selling it. And then basically admit that they couldn't fix it. So, it was the beginning of the end for PC gamers right there. Because now they just do that all the time. They promised to fix this game next month. I'm like, man, I'll believe it when I see it.
Let's see how that
Actions
goes.
speak louder than words, alright? I'm tired of hearing that. Either do it or don't.
There's a conversation I actually heard. It was on Reddit, and I heard a couple YouTubers talk about how generally devs make a lot of excuses now. Like, and there's also a former dev that was talking about sort of how basically development and workplace changed over the years compared to like back in the day. and it was pretty straightforward. It would be he said like so basically. I think this was the guy that made Fallout. He helped make Fallout, and he was talking about how there was just this board, and you know it was like one of those whiteboards, and that he'll write down who will work on what aspect of the game, and basically the devs will come in and check the board and be like, okay, I got to work on this today, and basically it went from that to now being no, don't put my name up there, that's embarrassing kind of deal.
Well, it's also the publishers. The publishers really blue ball developers a lot. They tell them that they don't give them enough time to actually finish the game. Like the people that work on the game work really hard, but at the end of the day, it's the CEOs want a third yacht. They want a fourth mansion, right? So they want that shit out so they can get their earnings.
Yeah, it's not for sure, but it's at least like you've seen some Twitter takes from some of the devs.
I have not, no.
Yeah, so some of them are like outright just saying we can't do that. That's not possible. It's like, well, you can. Well, like they'll say it in a sense like it's too hard to do. Whereas like you can. It's just that there's factors preventing you from doing so. But it's just like you can't just say you outright can't do it. I don't know. I'm not explaining it properly, but basically, sometimes it'd be simple changes like fix the FPS from dropping so much in certain areas, things like that, and they'll make it seem like it's just this really extremely hard thing to do when it's just like like a 20 megabyte patch.
Well, also a lot what happens is it's one of the problems with doing everything multi-plat is that they have to pay for patches on consoles. So what ends up happening is they try to dump everything into one patch. That's why I always tell people, the Switch really catfishes you into thinking it's great for indie games, right? But so many of those games are broken too, or they get like they're not broken at best, and they get like major features, and then you're stuck waiting because of the certification process and having to pay for the patches. It makes it so they want to do one like giga patch. They don't want to do a hotfix. They can't do a hotfix. They can do a hotfix if it's like something game breaking, like the game soft locks or it crashes at this point and no one can get far. They'll do a hotfix for that. But even then, it's always a lot of times it's up to the publisher as well. The Switch is kind of ass for indie games, actually. It kind of is. You think it would be a better place to play those kinds of games because they're like smaller and they're more bite-sized. They don't take up hours and hours of your day, and you can play like a roguelike or something on there for 30 minutes a day and make progress. And you think it would be good for that, but if there's anything wrong with that game, it's just a nightmare for them to do anything with it. So now what they do is they just try to have like these megaton patches. It's nice to have so much stuff fixed at once, but I definitely have bought a handful of games on Switch where it's like, I wish I could just buy this on PC. That's why I don't buy indie games on Switch at all anymore. I just play on the Steam Deck. Because if they want to change like one letter in one line of code, they can do it whenever the hell they want. But when they port the console, they have to wait through certification. It takes an insane amount of time. Like I had that one roguelike that kept fucking crashing, and it didn't have quick save at all. There's no interim save like most roguelikes. So normally it's just like you gotta have at least an hour of time to play. That's not that bad. But when the game crashes, it was unplayable because you just lost everything. You didn't get any of the progress at all. I made a video for that. I'm like, yeah, don't buy this on Switch. It doesn't work. And it took them like over a month to fix it. It's like, yeah, you're selling something that does not work. It doesn't function. It's well beyond the realm of nitpicking. Hour-long playthrough, you can't save, and it crashes, you don't get to keep anything. So basically, it's not a product that works.
And what you brought up too with, publishers essentially crunching devs is definitely an issue. Unrealistic deadlines that need to be met and stuff. That is a pretty big problem, especially like you was bringing up in Japan, like the kind of like the workplace there. It's a lot of crunch going on, and it's pretty bad.
It's just their entire culture, though. I mean, didn't they have to like delay a One Piece episode by a week because they couldn't do the fight scene in time? I'm like, yeah, you have it on non-stop. Like, just take a break. Like, it's got really nothing to do with the game industry. Their animation industry does that as well. Sentai and Kamen Rider are on non-stop.
Yeah.
When one ends, the next one starts, like the next week. And that's why they have the PS2 CGI. That's why they don't actually take time off to like make the season and then like have it be off the air for 6 months, a year, or however long it takes. And it's just the next one immediately starts.
You think there's a correlation between the birth rate and how busy the industry has to be in Japan in general?
No, they've been like that for a while. I mean, even we're talking back in the 90s, like when Dragon Ball Z ended, GT was the next week. Literally the next week. Like, there's no time to process what you just watched. It was on for like 10 years. Like, nope, here's a new one right now. It's out instantly. Like, it's just a problem with their culture. They don't know how to take a break. Like, yeah, crunch is just a problem with their society, like especially in their entertainment industry. Which is why they have those random shonen episodes like the pain fight on Naruto and the one they did with Beerus with Dragon Ball Super, where it looks like Flash, like Newgrounds quality. Like, that's why. The shonen anime I think suffers from it the most, even worse than like Kamen Rider and Super Sentai, because it's like they clearly they'll go like a month of episodes where there's like barely any frames of animation because they know there's a big fight coming up. And they do that a lot. Like, okay, we're gonna give you this big fight, and it's gonna be all over Twitter, and it's gonna be the new hotness. But then the month leading up to it, it's people talking and like their mouths barely move. It looks like they got their kids to animate it or something. I know there was that fight in Naruto that was like that. I think the most recent one was the Beerus fight in Dragon Ball Super a couple years ago. It was just like terribly animated.
Yeah.
Yeah, that country, they make some of the coolest shit, but you gotta wonder like how it's actually made. They just don't stop ever.
Yeah. That is pretty crazy.
Well, I'm hearing a SNK like doesn't crunch. I know that the community manager for SNK for our side, the western side, says like, yeah, everyone goes home at like a normal time. So it's not every company. It's just the vast majority of them do it. They crunch way harder than we do for sure. Wasn't it like Sakurai said he was like sleeping in the office for like months to get Melee out or something like that? Like he straight up like lived at the office.
That's what the who was it? It was one manga creator that had to do the same thing. I think he's working on was it Full Metal Alchemist or what was it? It was someone else. I'm thinking of someone else. It was trying to think. But they're God damn it. It's a really popular series I'm thinking of. But this guy was in basically it was basically the same thing, just left that at the office and stuff, and was actually in pretty poor health.
Oh yeah, the manga artists basically kill themselves doing that stuff because it has to be on every week. It's got to be in the comic every week. I think like the guy that does One Piece has actually been changing that a little bit. He's been like taking breaks constantly, and most of the people that aren't complete idiot weebs are like, yeah, you should be doing that. You shouldn't be working,
Yeah.
crunching that hard every week with no break. Like, it's not normal to do that. It is in their country, but it doesn't mean it's a good thing.
Yeah. Plus, if you take a break, you have more time to, write better. So, not only are you taking time to better your health, but, got a clearer mind.
Yeah, I think Dragon Ball, in some capacity, was on from, like, the mid-'80s to, like, 98. Like, non-stop. We're talking from original to Z to GT. There's, like, a week break. like, basically no time to process it at all. It's definitely different from the stuff our country makes, where it's like, yeah, we're going to be off the air for 6 to 12 months, and you have time to rewatch and have theories and stuff. Like, there's no time for that. Next week, here's a brand new show. Goku's a kid now for some reason.
Yes, I've seen that in,
The new
wow.
one, yeah. A lot of people are upset about that. I'm like, dude, Dragon Ball's been... It's lost its luster a long time ago. I don't really care.
Yes.
If I was still in middle school, I'd be furious, but not anymore. I don't care.
I was talking to my little brother. He's a big Dragon Ball fan, and we were talking about when would have been the best time to end the series, and we were just saying just the Buu Saga, just end it at the Buu Saga, and that's about it. Because Frieza doesn't need to come back. Frieza came back. Like, he kind of took away the whole meaning behind the entire Frieza fight. Like that was a legendary battle, and he just kind of like, bring back Frieza. Nostalgia's powerful. It's like, well,
or just that they gave themselves an out to bring back any character whenever the hell they want, so they just come back randomly, and there's no impact to anything anymore.
Exactly. That's the problem I have with the multiversal time traveling stuff that people put in movies and shows. It just takes the risk out of everything, because I could just go back in time and prevent it from happening.
Yeah, they did that in Bayonetta 3.
Yep.
I got enough of this shit with the Marvel movies. Like, can we stop doing that?
It's like, okay, I get it, infinite possibilities, yay, but it's just like, the risk is not there. There's no risk.
Yeah, that's the other thing about these games, like Wolong and Neo 2, is that, like, the events will still happen if your guy was not there. Your guy is just really good at fighting. That's the only impact they have. Like, you're just a random nameless... I mean, I think in this game, you don't even really have any crazy background. I didn't watch the story, but in Neo 2, you're basically half demon, half human. That's how they explained how you could do all the crazy stuff. But even then, like, you're just kind of there. Like, it's set in an actual part of real history. So it's like, this thing still happened. It's just, Yuan Shao is a big-ass demon now. Or...
Yeah.
Like, Katsuie is a big demon in the Neo games. It's like, that's like the only thing that's changed. He's just a big blubbering demon now. Like, it's still gonna happen, play out the same way.
Yep. Yeah, I kind of like that angle. You get characters just vibing through this universe that's just super messed up, but you don't have like a significant impact on anything.
Yeah.
That sounds pretty cool.
I think the problem is just that they need to stop doing silent protagonists. Like, just give them at least a couple lines. Oichi, commits seppuku in front of your guy, and he looks like he just smoked like 50 marijuanas. He's like just completely out of the element. You think that would you would have some kind of human-like reaction, but your guy is like just fucking stoned out of his mind. It's very, very awkward. I feel like they should stop doing that. But I don't know. I feel like that's what people wanted. They wanted their own character. It's like, These guys aren't known for their writing, alright? They're known for pure, raw, good gameplay. If you play these games for the story, you're very misguided. But, people kept asking and asking for your own character. It's like, well, that's what you're gonna get. Oichi's gonna commit seppuku in front of your guy, and he's gonna look like he just, you know, he has a really tight schedule, so he's on like a bunch of performance-enhancing drugs, like fucking just hammered. I actually had a lot of fun watching the cutscenes, and they were so dumb. I find it really weird we still try to do silent protagonists with, like, the characters' past for being real people. They look like real people. But then, like, the only ones that do it well is pretty much Nintendo. We still keep trying to do it. I'll play that cutscene after this. After this, I'll play it. I'll play it on stream. So I'm sure somebody's got it up. I don't think I have it up, but I'm sure somebody does.
So stupid, man.
That actually is something that happens in that game, because Katsuie dies when she commits seppuku. Your guy looks like he just hasn't had any calories at all, just pure drugs. Just all the bad stuff you can think of, your guy's taking it. It's like, I'm supposed to take this seriously? It's funny, it's not emotional. It's like a joke.
Oh, I'm crying, bro. Like, even in like, I'm thinking about it now, because even in there was the new Zelda game, it still didn't feel right there that Link being silent. Like, I know Link is known for being silent, but it still felt weird. He's kind of just looking around.
Yeah, but he doesn't look high. That's the thing.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's true. It's like the characters are pouring their heart out to you, and then you're kind of like, I have a buddy that's struggling with this boss fight in this new Sonic game.
Oh, the one that just came out?
Yeah. It's like a really, actually pretty bad fight.
Yeah, the boss fights, I was watching that. I'm like, this is... People are saying this game is great. I'm like, dude, those are the worst kinds of boss fights. I'm sorry. You gotta wait like 2 minutes. 2 minutes to land one hit, and then you're just waiting again. Like,
yep.
Sonic's not really known for its great boss fights, but that's just making things worse. Alright, well, cool. I got, let me go ahead and upgrade.
Let's go.
Back to town, and then I'll play that video on stream. I'll find a video of it.
Alright.
I don't think it'll make that much of a difference if it's not my character, but... I don't have the game installed right now. It's like 90 gigs. I had to choose like... This game is like 43 gigs. It's half the size of the other two. So like I can keep this game installed, but Neo 2 and Strangers, they're like almost 100 gigs. So I kind of can't keep them installed all the time. As much as I'd like to just go back and play them, I don't have enough space. Let me see here.
It's like Neo 1. I think Neo 1 is like 70 something gigs. I could be wrong. could be like 40 something or 50.
Actually, I don't want to mess with this right now, just because I gotta watch that Kagarashi Maru's guide. He's a really good Neo player. He did a guide for the longsword, so I'm gonna follow his advice because he knows what he's talking about. So I don't want to mess with that just yet. Oh wait, let me pull up that video. Let me close the game for a bit. Let me see if I can find it. Let me see if
why the hell is Neo 74 gigs? Jeez, Neo 1. Such a big game.
Let me see if I can find it.
But I think Sekiro is like 30 gigs.
Okay, I think I found it. Hold on.
Alright.
Let me make a browser source. Alright, let's see what this guy's character looks like, how bad it's gonna look. Let me see. Yeah, he definitely looks pretty high. It just gets worse. Here it comes. It doesn't hit as hard as my guy. My guy looked really baked, but this guy's not much better. This guy's character. Oh, there you go. There you go. Alright. Yeah.
It's kind of what's happening is.
That's what happens when you take feedback too seriously. Like, look, no one pulls that off but Link, alright? Ever since we got, like, realistic faces and like, you know, what's the word for it? Like, actual mouth animations for talking and stuff that look realistic, it's just, you can't do silent protagonists anymore. Yeah. But I feel like they're never going to go back to well, they did it with Jack in Stranger of Paradise. Everybody liked Jack, but Jack had way more personality than William. Even outside of the memes, he was like a legit good character. So he didn't really care too much that you couldn't play your own character. But and then they put out Wo Long, and it's just back to playing a cokehead again. It's like I don't know. Yeah, that was one of the biggest complaints about Neo 1 is that you had to play as a white guy. I'm like, you guys line up outside GameStop every November to play as a white guy in Call of Duty. Like, Why is it a problem now? And they're also like nondescript. They have like zero personality. Like even William
Yeah.
is better than that. Like apparently, I think a lot of people are also idiots as well because they thought that he was like an insert to like make the game appeal to Western people. You know, we can't have
He's a
like an
real
actual.
person.
He was a real person, yes, but
Yeah, exactly.
I think people thought that it was like something that they did to appeal to America and Europe. It's like no,
Well,
he was an actual person. You know, he didn't do weapon switch combos on big demons, but he was an actual person in Japan. You know, that's like the main liberty they took is, you know, he wasn't William Adams wasn't doing like minute-long combo videos and uploading them after he killed the demons. He wasn't doing that, but he still was an actual person. Yeah, I think there was a lot of discourse around that too. Like, oh, they just wanted a white guy to make the game sell more copies. I'm like, no, they wanted like an actual person that was there. They wanted to take liberties with it, of course, but
Yeah.
they wanted an actual person that was there, and they didn't want it to be like a self-insert. But then everybody just wanted a self-insert anyway, so they went back to doing that.
Yeah. Um. Yeah, because wasn't he friends with Ieyasu?
I think
Am I-
so, yes. I don't know too much about the history, but yeah, he was a real person. But you can't expect people to actually do research on what the fuck they're complaining about. I'm like, I see you guys out at GameStop for Call of Duty, the same damn game every year. It plays a
Same
white guy
game.
he's just a pair of arms and a gun. Like, why is it a problem here? Like, do I just not know anything about video games? I'm pretty sure I know a decent amount. Ramirez do everything. I guess Ramirez wasn't white, but
That is incredibly goofy. Yeah.
yeah, I never really understood the complaints. It's like, you know, they're gonna let you make your little Fox girl waifu, but she's gonna look fucking baked in every cutscene. So it's very immersion breaking, even more than having a random anime girl just standing around in the Sengoku area with like demons and shit. It's just the facial expressions just kill it.
Yeah. Man.
I'm gonna do a little bit of Kamen Rider and then Habas.
All right.
Yeah, I don't feel like really doing anything else right now. I think it was said that when they were trying to pitch Indivisible to publishers, they got a lot of openly racist ones that told them that the game wouldn't sell because they had a dark-skinned young woman on the cover that was the main character. And I'm like, well, you're not even trying to hide it, huh? Like, they said that they got turned down by multiple publishers just because of the main character.
Wow. That's what the game is called? Forspoken?
Oh yeah, that game. What about it?
Yeah, that's the game with the bad millennial humor.
Oh yeah, that game. Yeah. Yeah.
That's what I was thinking of, and it's like I forgot what she said. She did some magic move, and like it just went on for too long, and I'm like, please end it, please. It was bad. It was pretty bad.
Well, that game bombed, so I think they got what they wanted.
I think there was DLC planned too. If I'm not mistaken, there's DLC planned. I think it's still in the works.
Alright, I'll show you some guard cancels.
Alright.
Yeah. Actually, let's just do survival.
I think it also used a similar engine to one of the Final Fantasy games or
Final
something like
Fantasy
that.
15, yeah, that's why the performance was so bad.
Yeah.
It's always interesting how much focus they put on the bikes in these games, because in the show there's like been bike laws that have passed, so they like barely use the bike. People call it common runner. It's like some law where you can't use like custom bikes on like public places or something like that while filming.
Yeah.
So it's basically the bikes like in the first like 2 episodes, so that they can sell the toy, and then they just kind of run everywhere.
Oh. Now the blue guy is the meteor guy, right?
Yeah, it's pretty funny at the end of his season. He's shown just literally running up. He needs to go. I don't remember what Zodiart it was, but it's been a long time since I watched it. Yeah, he just kind of runs up. That's why in Kamen Rider Drive they got around it by having a car, so they were able to use it more.
Common mobile. Oh heck yeah, yeah, you getting busy.
Right, Choginga finish.
These cancels are clean. That seemed pretty. You seem pretty glass cannon-y right there.
Yeah, this is the end game mode.
Oh, wow.
Let's play as someone else. Let's do this. This should be around hard mode. Actually, he can't use the... I could try him, but I don't think I could guard cancel with him because he needs to be able to use A-rank figures. I think you got to be like level 40 for that. Yeah, sure, why not? We'll mix it up. Only Showa Rider I really play is I play Ichigo and Sky Rider. I don't remember using the others that much.
Okay.
Oops. Really, I hate how you can't play as him. He's assist character only. Z-Cross. First Ninja Rider.
Wow.
He actually came back. They did a special with him. The dude's like 80 now. He still got it.
Hey, that's pretty impressive.
Yeah, they did a ninja special, and he was like the first Ninja Rider, so they brought him back. Where's the Blade King form? Yeah, this is the one to look for. I'm gonna send you a screenshot after I'm done streaming. This is the one you want. You gotta get Blade to 50, who's this guy.
Yeah.
You could get him to 50, and then you get the final form figure. and some of them are really good. So you need to get Blade to 50. This guy with the Yu-Gi-Oh cards and the sword. Got to use
Okay.
him. Let's see here. Yeah, unfortunately, the translation for this kind of assumes you have like basic Kamen Rider knowledge. So unless you count one by one, you're gonna have to look up the names, unfortunately. But
Yeah.
it's not too bad. They're not like they don't look like actual humans, right? They're all in armor, so it's pretty easy to tell even if you haven't watched a lot of this stuff. So it shouldn't be too bad. Alright, let's go with that. I haven't really played as him since launch. Seeding jump.
Yeah, that's a lot of CC. That's pretty cool.
Got the OG right here. Ichigo.
Yeah, command tornado command grab.
Yeah, I don't really know how to play as Skyrider. This isn't the best example.
Oh no, you're fine.
Yeah, you can go into a sailing jump mode whenever you want.
Holy. Dude, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, so he's got the Dark Souls roll cancel, but then you also get the guard cancel if you have the figure on.
I see. This area reminds me of Hookstone, Christian North Star, the Kid's Rage.
Yeah, the biggest meme about Kamen Rider is they have like fights that determine like the fate of the planet and stuff, and it's in like a warehouse or some random parking lot. They capture that essence of Kamen Rider very well. They didn't try to mess with the origins. Like, yeah, we're just gonna fight the final boss in a rock quarry or this parking lot, and there's just like a Mercedes behind them or something. Like, we're not gonna mess with the integrity of the series. We can keep it accurate. Like, yeah, they got the parking lot in that game. They got the warehouse. They've got all of the peak Kamen Rider fight locations just rendered beautifully. That same abandoned warehouse they've been using for 50 years. Yep, it's right there. Beautifully rendered in 1080p. I actually think it's really funny that they just really take the piss with that. Like, yeah, they have fought final bosses in like parking lots and stuff. So We're just gonna make a parking lot be one of the main maps instead of like have it be like historical places you're used to, because most Muso games are based on like, franchises that have like these epic locations. Like, nope, it's parking lot,
Yeah.
warehouse, rock quarry, just the most nondescript places. It makes you feel like you go park at the mall and there's going to be common riders fighting like right where you park. Just like they don't have a better place to do it. They haven't learned from Goku. And Goku's like, we're going to go to the Grand Canyon and do this, all right? So you don't hurt anybody.
Yeah.
Like, nope, we're doing it right here at the parking lot. That guy's car got kicked. Too bad. I'm not paying for it. Let me let me send you these screenshots really quick before I go, so that you have a reference point, because I know you haven't watched the show.
Yep.
Let me do that really quick, and I think I'm gonna go ahead and snack up. I only had like a sandwich for dinner, so I kind of want to eat. I got to take my meds as well, so
All right.
I'm gonna hop
I'm
off.
gonna
It's
head
getting
to
pretty
bed
late
soon.
for you anyway. You should probably go to bed. Yeah, I'll probably invade your stream later, and we can record the video.
Sounds good.
Actually, I'll just message you first. I'm sending you the screenshots right now.
All right. Thank you.
So that
Thank you.
is the one. I know the picture on the side is a little bit small, but you can look up. Let me see here. Okay, they got a good picture of him right here, so you can tell which one it is. It's a little bit easier than playing like a Dynasty Warriors or Samurai Warriors game, because they're all just regular people. Like they're in badass suits of armor, so it's pretty easy to tell.
Yeah.
But yeah, that should help. I'm gonna go ahead and go. Good night, everybody. I'm probably not coming back because I want to try to catch Fuma, my stream guest tonight. We're gonna do a video of the 120 FPS mod on
Yes, sir.
on Orochi 4, so I want to catch him before his stream. And I should be working at my neighbor's house, so there'll probably be some Orochi Z or maybe Dragon Ball Xenoverse, because last time I was over there, I figured out that I can stream that game, and it's got like almost a decade worth of content I haven't touched. I have the DLC; it's just been backlogged forever. So I think if I play it over there, I might actually get to some of that stuff. So yeah, good night, everybody. It was fun. I'll see you guys. There should be a video about the 120 FPS mod on Orochi. I don't know if I'm gonna put it up now. I might wait until the weekend, because I'm gonna do a week of Tokusatsu stuff and then a week of Muso, because I got a lot of the ROMs now. So I kind of need to figure out if I want to start that on like Sunday. But yeah, that'll be up soon. But you guys got a good preview of it earlier. Good night, everybody.